Carys. I'm one of the vets at Fayland. I'm also the head vet here at HorseWorld, which is a rescue, rehabilitation and rehoming charity in Whitchurch in Bristol. So we have anything up to about 120 horses here on site, and I come in once a week to do a weekly clinic here. That can be anything from routine stuff, vaccines, sedating for the dentist or the farrier, doing passports, looking at little bits and pieces, right the way through to the big rescues that we have that sometimes come in, and that can be anything from one horse or pony or a recent case where we rescued 66 of them. So it can be really small or it can be really big, and they can come in all different sort of shapes and sizes, and sometimes really sick, and sometimes just in need of a new home. So very varied. So part of it is educating people as well. You know, these guys here will keep very much in contact with people, pose, they try and help them out and things. A lot of the time those horses will come in because people just can't deal with it anymore. However, obviously then you've got the sort of the group that come in because they have been mistreated by people who aren't the sort of nice, friendly, kind horse owners that we would like to see, and those ones obviously they've often been beaten, they're very frightened, very submissive, and it's really rewarding then to sort of watch them come out of themselves. Twiglet would be a really interesting case. He was quite sort of well known, as it became quite sort of famous, I guess, with all the sort of equine sort of magazines and on the news and things. He came in and he was extremely thin, hugely malnourished, and he was very shut down mentally, and he would stand almost like he wanted to put all 4 feet on a 10p piece. Very uncomfortable. There was absolutely no sort of light in his eyes or anything, and we, over a period of time, got him undergoing sort of rehabilitation. We had to do a very strict refeeding program because obviously he was so thin. Had to be very careful with his nutrition, and as the sort of days passed, I still wasn't happy with how he was responding, and he looked very uncomfortable through his back. So I took some back and neck x-rays, and I found fractures to his spine and his neck, and that would be fairly consistent with blunt trauma, and we think, sort of having pieced together bits of information since, that he'd probably been beaten with an iron bar or something similar. So obviously mentally he was really damaged from that, and obviously very painful. He's done really well. He's now out and about, a real character on the yard. His fractures have now healed given time. So he went through a lot, but it's a brilliant story because the ending is so happy. He's out in the field, he gallops around with all the others. He's a very normal young horse. It's a real privilege to be part of the team here. I think the thing is sort of getting these horses in that are in such a poor state. They've had such a rough start. They don't get that wonderful life that all our sort of general horse owners give to their horses, and they sort of come through that, and it's so nice to see a lot of the time, 99% of the time, they still have that amazing trust in humans, and they're willing to kind of be turned around. They might have undergone all sorts of veterinary procedures from me, lots of needles and medications and x-rays and scans and all this sort of thing, yet they still allow us to do it. Very trusting, and it's brilliant. I mean, the guys here work tirelessly with them, getting them used to being handled, getting them used to sort of having their feet picked up and groomed and having rugs on, and then some of those will then go on to be broken in, backed, broken, and riding, and it's lovely to see them out then being rehomed and off to pony club and all that sort of thing. You see right from the worst condition a horse could possibly be in, right through to doing what all of us as horse owners do with our horses. So yeah, really rewarding.